back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Today's show is going to be a peppercorn beef with broccoli and ramen noodles. It's show number 266, and this is the college kid special because my kids, when they were in college, they lived on this. This is a simple, quick meal that you can make that is absolutely delicious. We're going to go over the ingredients in a minute, but before I forget, lower right hand corner is the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm working to get my first 1,000 subscribers. And if you hit the bell also, you'll be notified when I do new videos. And the information is below on YouTube where it says more, but you can also go to my show website, which is jamestdds.blogspot.com. Let's get started with the ingredients. So I have broccoli, which is frozen, and I'm just going to put this in a bowl, and I'm going to throw a half a stick of butter in with this. Cook it in your microwave until it's warmed up and steamed. If you want, you can put a little bit of water in there if you need to. In the past, I haven't needed to because being frozen, it steams it real well. I have a little cover for the microwave that you put over the bowl. Looks like just a plastic cover that goes over the bowl and kind of keeps the steam in. I just have some noodles from the grocery store, kind of a ramen type noodles. Hamburger, about 10 ounces. And I have water that I started to boil. Now, I need to put more water in here. You need about 3/4 of a pan. So that might be in your pan a couple of these measuring cups. Garlic. I'm going to use garlic. I would use 3 cloves of garlic, and I would cut it up, or I might put it in my slap chopper or this one here. Today I'm going to use a liquid garlic. You just pick it up from the grocery store. It's nothing fancy. Every grocery store will have it. I'm going to use some black and white sesame seeds, a glaze of some sort. It could be a Hussein glaze. It can be any kind of Asian type glaze that you want to use. I'm also going to use a teriyaki, and those two are going to be mixed together. The actual details are in the show notes, and you can check that out and see. Now, I'm also supposed to put in a little bit of cumin. A little bit of cumin goes a long way. Don't use a lot of this. And then red pepper flakes. If you like things hot, put some pepper flakes in. I know my son will do this. Okay, a little bit of this goes a long ways. Experiment with that. I have my ground beef. I have my pan. Now, for oil, I'm just going to use up the rest of this little bottle of olive oil here. Let's just put that in there like that. I have it getting hot. When it smokes, it's ready. And for the ground beef, I have my gloves ready. I do this little trick, blowing them so that they're ready to go. Just take a package of ground beef. I picked up 80% lean, 20% fat. They had 85. I like fat. I think the fat gives you a real good taste. So I think that other 5% of fat is a good thing. And you just put this in here. I put top down when I put it in. There we go. And we get rid of the gloves. Especially when you're doing a show like this. Now I don't have to worry about washing my hands. Just grab out of your drawer a spatula of some sort. Just start to break it up. Especially when you have a pan, because the chunk you throw in doesn't fill up the pan. It'll cook better if you break it up. Now, I'll tell you one other trick when you're doing this is to cover the pan. It will keep moisture in the pan. It'll help the meat to cook better. Salt and pepper is important. Just using regular sea salt. Garlic. Have to shake this a little bit. I've already opened this. I love garlic, can't have too much. Cumin. Here's how I'm going to do my cumin. Because I'm telling you, this is really strong. I'm just going to take the cumin, sprinkle like this. Okay, crushed red pepper flakes. Pretend like I did it. Throw that back in the spice drawer, I'm done with it. Keep things clean as I go along. Let's throw the lid on this pan. Let's check the boiling water. Let's see if it's boiling yet or not. Not quite. And if you like broccoli, I made a really good recipe last night with some steaks. And I put butter in it and I put cheese on it, and it was delicious. We ate it all. You talk about no leftovers. Stick it right in the middle like that. This is going to be so good. Just throw this box. I just tear the tops off the box like this, and I keep it in the refrigerator. Just like that. Let's open up our package of noodles. Oodles and oodles of noodles, Chinese noodles. This looks like it says Chinese meow. The water is boiling now. Get a towel. Take your noodles and salt. Salt in the water. Not until it's boiling, or it will pit your pan. Also, it's amazing how the salt slows down the boil. Then you take these noodles out of here, nice and slow and careful so you don't splash this hot water on you. So what I have roughly is 2 tablespoons of water. And then I have my soy glaze. Demi-glaze, whatever kind you want to use. If you go to the Asian aisle at the grocery store, you will find a whole assortment of glazes. I went through and I researched on the internet what kind of sauces you need to make Asian food. I found fish sauce, soy sauce, Cumin glaze, which is absolutely my favorite. Let's go ahead and mix up our sauce. Notice I'm using a mixing bowl. It has a rounded bottom on it so that ingredients don't hide in the square corners. But if you're a college kid, you could do this in a McDonald's cup. Whatever you need to do to make this happen. When your water starts to overboil, just go ahead and turn down your heat a little bit. Now let's pull this ground beef off here. Let's get this sauce in here. Lid quickly so I don't burn my fingers. Let's put the lid on there, get that going. Let's check on these noodles. Looking beautiful. Now, I just wanted to tell you really fast kind of some Asian stuff you need. If you are going to make Asian food, all you need is some vegetables. Any kind of vegetables. Okay, you'll find the list on the internet. You need honey. You definitely have to have the Cumin sauce. I just put that on a spoon and eat it. That is so good. I have a teriyaki So any kind of meat, steak, beef, pork, chuck, whatever you got, put some of that teriyaki with it, it's awesome. Another type of soy sauce, sesame oil. I also have peanut oil. I have like a great big huge container of peanut oil. When you're cooking Asian food, you want to use peanut oil. This one is sesame oil that I've started to use up. And I have fish sauce. And I know everybody goes, ooh, ick, fish sauce. Now you have to put a tablespoon of this in when you're making Asian food. You won't even taste the fish sauce. You won't even know there was a fish in the fish sauce. And then lastly, here's your rice vinegar. You have to use rice vinegar when you're counteracting things like spinach, or you could use white wine, or cabbage. In Asian cooking, they use cabbage. You want to put this with the cabbage. It will counteract it and make it delicious. So fantastic, you will love it. Now, I need to let this stuff cook and throw this in the microwave. Be right back. The microwave is almost done with our broccoli. The noodles are done. I've turned them off. The beef is done. I'm turning that off. Now, I need to pull out the noodles. So make sure you use a towel or something to pull the lid. And there's different tools that you can use to do this. I have this fancy thing that I bought on the internet. And I'm just going to kind of at first do a stir with it. And I want to kind of mix them up. When I put the noodles in here, they were a chunk. And you literally, you put this in the water and you leave it alone. You don't have to do anything with it. You might want to use these. Pull it out like this. Myself personally, I prefer a pasta ladle. Do it this way. These noodles kind of all stick together. Get in the bowl. Let's get the lid off this. And I have a lid holder. I like to use a spoon that the juices can run out of. I'm going to give it just a little stir. Just kind of get a big spoonful here. Nice and slow. Put some meat on here like that. If you could smell this, it smells delicious. Now, it won't be long. The broccoli will be done, and we'll serve that. There you go. That's the international sound for the broccoli's done. Here is the broccoli, and I have these tongs that have a little bit of a curve to the bottom of them. And I'm just going to mix them up a little bit in that butter sauce, just to make sure that they are marinated really well. Sometimes you may see a broccoli that you don't like, maybe something you didn't see earlier. If there's something you don't like, just pull it out, throw it in the trash can. It happens. But here's your broccoli. You put your broccoli right up on top like this. And then some sesame seeds. These are white and black sesame seeds. You sprinkle this right on top. And then you call this a done meal. So that's the show. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.